Hey guys, JH. Welcome to Practice Tea Hand. The Eternal Wind Tunnel, as normal. Okay guys, just following on. Just following on with my evolution of my channel lock protocol and the additions to it that I'm giving it to just fine-tune it for me. That's all I want to do, guys. I just want to fine-tune it for me. A lot of these things that I'm giving are really different things, and they're outside the base tenets and the base protocols of channel lock. And none of you guys, and I keep reiterating, none of you guys have to apply any of this. All you see on these videos is my practice sessions and the evolution of channel lock for me, because I'm always fine-tuning, and I'm lucky that I've got the ability to be able to put a lot of things into my golf swing. I just have an ability to be able to have a lot of different things and be able to put them in a bundle and get them to work for me. Now there are occasions when I'll have something new, like my 3-lever process here, where I'll add that and drop something else out. Now most of the time it'll be a feel component that I'll drop out rather than a tangible mechanical difference. And I won't go too much into the explanation of that, but suffice to say I will make changes that will feel different, that essentially won't look all that different. Now guys, for me there's absolutely no question that for me I will incorporate the 3-lever process in my golf swing, because for me at my age and losing the club head speed that I have over the years, I need to get the club to go back further. Now to get the club to go back further, that's easy to do, and technically, because I understand, you know, the swing from a mechanical, biomechanical point of view, I have no issues and no qualms about bending my lead arm or even increasing the bend in my trail arm. I have no qualms about that, because I know that's basically just the radial inertia of the golf swing is going to straighten the arm anyway. And it doesn't matter even if you've got a little bit of bent lead elbow into the ball. There's been some wonderful ball strikers on the PGA Tour over the years that have incorporated that, like Jordan Spieth today and Robert Allenby and Lee Westwood, just to name a couple, who've got bent lead arms at impact. So I don't mind having a little bit of that there. Impact. You don't want that, but a little bit of that's okay. But really guys, the reality is for me that if I do that on the backswing, I'm going to do that on the downswing. If I do nothing else but just fold that arm up here and then just drop it, look what happens. The arm has to, just through the application of gravity, which is what, 33 or 35 feet a second drop, just gravity, no other application of any energy or inertia on the golf swing other than just applying gravity from here, the arm straightens. So you don't worry about the arm not straightening, and don't worry about the traditional doctrine of saying you have to have a rigid left arm in the backswing. I've always had a rebar arm in the backswing, which you've seen, and made to my detriment. It was okay when I was younger, when I could get it right out here and make a big turn and do that. That was okay, but I can't do that anymore. So I need to get the club back here pointing this way, but do it in a different manner. And for me, it's the bending. Now guys, what I also want to reiterate with channel lock is the important facets of the general protocol and the base tenets of channel lock. And guys, without question, the most important one for me is the maintenance of the shoulders closed and the head being there when I hit the ball as a feeling. No question. If I get just a little bit of head rotation and just a little bit of loss of visual captivation of the golf ball, my striking is not as good. So I actually have to feel like I'm here. That's what I want to feel. Now I don't do it that much to that degree, but that's absolutely the emphasis feeling that I want to cultivate. So for me, the 5 o'clock nose, guys, is so important. And for anybody who doesn't know, seeing this for the first time, 5 o'clock nose, big clock dial facing me here. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock's where I want to point my nose, here. Or even 4 o'clock, over there. But that's vital for me, guys. And I have to have the feeling that at address that I've got this preset 5 o'clock nose position at address. I have to feel that at address. So guys, I'm going to, and I'm only a couple of days into bending the lead arm, but as I said to you guys, to get the feeling, just take a little baby swing here, bend it up here, hold it, and then just straighten it. Bend, straighten. Here. So just try that. Now I'm not getting the dramatic look of that in my golf swing yet. I will achieve that. And I want to get a Harry Vardon look in my golf swing, which was Harry was here. I want to get that, guys, because I believe that it's a more powerful way to swing a golf club for most people. I keep saying, you don't see the long drive guys with the club here. They've all got the club here. Now they want speed, not so much accuracy, but I want both. So for me, guys, it's very much this. I want to get in this position here, fold that arm, and just feel, what am I feeling? I'm feeling like I want to put the club on, touch it on my shoulder. Now if I have to touch it on my shoulder, what do I have to do? I've got to get some mobility in my wrists here, and I've got to get these arms bent. I can't touch it on my shoulder if my arm's out there. So this just makes me give some mechanical application in order to get that. Now I don't get that putting of the club on my shoulder, though. I'd love to get it there. I'd love to get it there. I don't get it there. Now guys, dead cold swing, haven't had any shots today, but this is what I'm endeavouring to do. I'm getting enclosed here. Now guys, first swing of the day. And that's just Blitz City. It's 5-iron. That is Blitz City. Now clearly I didn't have the club in the position that I had it in the practice assimilation there. But what's happened just in the last couple of days is that this arm's freed up. And this arm here's picked up a little bit of pulling back here, like bicep curling back here. It's done that. Now, incrementally, it's not much structurally, but it's such a difference in terms of my club head speed and the ability to hit the ball with significant power. So I get set in here, guys, and I'm going to pick it up here. I mean, it's really a lot of speed for me. I've got to tell you, guys, it's a lot of speed. I'll aim around this way a little bit. So get here, take it up. You won't hear any impact on the video today because of the extraordinary wind, and it's probably 45 k's right now. But guys, that impact is really fantastic, absolutely unbelievably good. Now I'm not getting this. I want to get that. I haven't got that yet. I don't know if I'll ever be able to achieve that, but I want to get set in here. I'm set, and I want to stay here. Now guys, there's got to be some bend in that arm. There's got to be some bend in that arm. I wouldn't be able to get that power increase if I didn't have that bend in my arm, or I didn't have some softness in my arm, or I didn't have some more mobility in my wrists, because the club's going quicker. Now this 5-iron, the 5-iron tree up here, normally with no wind, it's a 5-iron tree. Now today I shouldn't be able to get within 30 yards of it. But both those shots there were within 10 yards of it, into this wind. So I'm getting significant speed. And we haven't been able to get any quiet weather in the last couple of days, so I really can't gauge what type of speed that I'm getting. So I'm getting back here, 5 o'clock nose. Going to just bend this up here. Wow. Now I'm very excited and I'm delighted that I've been able to achieve just the amount that I have just in a couple of days. I know if I get some quiet days and I can have a session where, and it's very hard for me to get a couple of hours to practice by myself, but if I can hit 400 or 500 balls in a couple of sessions, I'll have this. And who's to say that I won't get the club here? Now I can do it physically. I've just got to get my brain wrapped around it. I'll hit it a little bit this way, guys. 5 o'clock nose. Wow, that's almost up to that tree, into that wind. So I'm at least a club and a half longer. Now I've never been a long knocker. I've never tried to hit the ball long, especially with my irons, because they're accuracy clubs. That's why we've got so many of them. I don't have to try and punch it, but I'm definitely, it's much better to be playing an 8 iron or a 7 iron into a hole instead of a 5 iron, and I feel I can do that. Now maybe I won't pick up 2.5 clubs, but I'll certainly pick up 1.5. I picked up 1 conservatively. So 5 o'clock nose. Come on, Joe, just pick it up. Well, guys, that is just spectacular stuff. Now see what's interesting here? Finishing here. Club's in front of me. Shoulder block is in play. I don't have this. I've got shoulder block in play. That means that my 5 o'clock nose and my closed shoulders are absolutely in place. I mean, they have to be in order for me to finish in that configuration. I cannot finish in that configuration unless I have the trail shoulder blocked at impact. And remember, guys, we always reiterate, the club goes out there, the arms go out there, the shaft goes out there, but the club face releases to the target. So we don't do that, we do that. The lead hand turns over like that, which gets the club face going towards the target. Our emphasis, our arms and our shoulders are closed and hitting into out significantly, but the club face is rotating towards the target, clearly. Come on. It's just beautiful contact, exquisite contact. Does it feel loose? Oh, you bet. For someone that's always swung with a really tight, stiff swing, that feels loose. Feels very loosey-goosey. If I can do this, just do that as a practice. I'll try and do that. I don't think I can do that, but I'll just try. Wow. I mean, I didn't touch my shoulder, but I must have the club back here a bit. I've got to. My arms feel low. They feel low and soft and loose. They feel like this. There's no need to get around here. Now, we talk about underplaning, and I saw Bill Phillips talking about underplaning and with Matty Gray. They're doing a great job with their promotion of Channel Lock. They're just great supporters. I'm so lucky to have them, 2 wonderful guys, and really know the golf swing. They know this golf swing as well as I know it. And I've said in a post today, guys, that the whole Channel Lock thing has a potential and was originally designed to be a collaborative affair with everybody. I mean, I had the initial germ of the idea, but in the development of it, I'm happy to get as much input as I can from everybody. I don't have all the answers to it. And Bill Phillips and Matt Gray have added dramatically to Channel Lock in the development stages. So anybody that wants to have their their 2 cents worth, you know, feel free. But guys, you know, there's a caveat on that. If you want to be one of the collaborators, you know, do it in the right manner. Be a contributing collaborator, not an antagonistic collaborator, because that doesn't serve any purpose for any of us, guys. I'm happy to accept anything I can from people, and I'll apply it to the golf swing if it's beneficial to the golf swing. If it's not beneficial to the golf swing, I'll tell you why, in my opinion. And then you may be able to come back and say, well, JH, that's not exactly as I was advocating, but you've got it wrong. And guys, I'm the most open guy to any of that type of input and discussion and application. Oh yeah, so we're talking about underplaning. Now, why do we underplane in a golf swing? Technically, there's no reason to underplane. I hardly underplane at all. You know why? Because I swing on plane. Why do I swing on plane? Because I don't lift the club very much in the backswing. I take it around like that. Even if I'm breaking my arms up like this, guys, I'm not elevating the club. I'm not lifting it. I'm just planing it. I'm just cocking it into position. Even if I bend my arms, I'm still on plane here. So I don't have to go from here. I don't have to swing the club back from its address or its attack plane here in a golf swing and swing it back. If I was on plane there and I wanted to keep that on plane, I'd have to swing the club like that, at that level. We don't do that. Everybody gets above the plane. And that's why they have to underplane to get it back for impact. People don't talk about that, but that's the reason. That's what happens in underplaning, guys. Technically, that's the plane of a golf swing. Now, if I extrapolate that up, that's where it is there. That's the club plane. No one swings there. We all get above that plane. So what we've got to do, if that's our address plane, then we've got to get back to that. We don't swing on that plane. Nobody swings on that plane. Everybody gets above that plane. You can say what you like. There's the proof there. There it is there. That's an extrapolation of that plane, and it's there. But we get above it. I don't get above it very much, so I don't underplane. Even if I go here and I'm just bending my arms up, I'm elevating the club to here, but I'm not lifting my arms up. So I'm not getting off the plane. I'm just getting it on the plane by cocking the arms. So underplaning is a reason most times, guys, for an above the plane backswing. But nobody ever explains that, but that's the reality. If you swung it back perfectly on plane here and never moved that, you'd swing to here. Because there I am, but nobody swings there. I wish I could. It might be one of the new projects for Channel Lock. Swing on a true plane. Does anyone swing on a true plane? Not that I've ever seen. There was a guy years and years ago that actually had the most extraordinary low backswing. I'm trying to think who he was. I saw a fleeting little bit of video or film on him. Okay, guys, that's the actual reason for underplaning. Now, if the more you get above the plane, the address plane and really the impact plane, the more you get above that on the backswing, the more you've got to underplane. You see guys like Jim Furyk, who gets to about 84 degrees at the top of the swing. Jim goes from here, where he's probably 56 degrees, or something like that, at address here with a 5-iron, and then he goes to 84 degrees when he turns. So he has to get back on that plane. That's why Jim goes like this. He has to get back on that. Sergio does too. Sergio goes here, and then he has to back plane, because he gets above the plane a lot on the backswing relative to his address plane. But if you don't get off plane very much, if you swing the club back here, now I'm not elevating the club, all I'm doing is bending my arms. This isn't going up. I would be elevating the plane if this gained height, but that elbow doesn't gain height. That fulcrum there, or that pivot point there, is not changing. All I'm doing here. So that's all we need to do. All right, let's see if we can, that was just an aside. Let's see if we can really bend that 5 o'clock nose. Wow, I like this. I just like that. I really like that. Hit a little bit more this way. They're great shots. They are really great shots. Great shots for JH. And that's always the caveat on those on that comment, guys. It's great for JH, my level of striking. Right, we'll hit one this way. I'll really try and bend it. Well, guys, let me tell you, that's the best shot that I've hit since I've been on 3 lever, which has only been about 3 days. That was just fantastic. Just a wonderful goal shot. Okay, one more. Come on, 5 o'clock nose. Didn't have as much commitment to 5 o'clock nose there as I should have. I was trying to get it done before this plane came. It's just, you get out of the sea, you should never do that, because you'll short circuit the protocol because you're thinking of doing something else. Shouldn't do that. Come on. Back into the protocol. There it is, guys. That's just hammer time. Look out, cows. Whew. Okay, guys, they're just a couple of points on channel lock. If the light's okay, I'll just check it, or I might hit a couple of shots down here. Give you a look at, some guys want to see the backswing or the down the line shots.